What's up, everybody? Welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. This is going to be a pick a card. All right, this pick a card is going to be about what do people say about you. Okay, now disclaimer, just because these feelings come up doesn't mean that they're true about you, right? We can't control what other people think or what their perception is. However, I've learned very painfully through this business that so many people really do care about what other people think of them. So I decided that we're going to do what do people say and or think about you, because a lot of people may not necessarily say this, but I do feel like in more cases than not, they're saying it to someone. They're just not saying it to you. All right. So this is more like a let's see what people say when you're not around. Right. So there could be a trigger warning attached to this. Some people might be saying good things. Some people might be saying bad things. Again, this is no reflection of you per se. This is just how people are receiving you and how they truly feel when nobody, when you're not there to sort of monitor their responses. Okay, so we're going to choose from 3 piles. The first pile is going to be the Golden Children. Okay, it says inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Pile 1, the Golden Children. Pile 2 is going to be Lost Lands. I love the illustration on these cards. It's so pretty, so ethereal. Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. So Lost Lands is pile 2. And pile 3 is going to be Empathic Starseed. Okay. Empathic Starseed. Energetic sovereignty. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Okay. My God. I could read, y'all, I swear. I scored mad high in school in my reading stuff. Okay. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you need more time, please pause the video. And yeah, we're gonna get started. Okay. Pile 1. If you chose the Golden Children, let's see what people say about you. Okay, let's see what people say about you. Pile 1. First and foremost, some people could know that you are somebody who is highly intuitive. You may be someone who is gifted with spiritual gifts. You may have a rare talent as well. If this is not, rare talents are also spiritual gifts, believe it or not. Somebody who's really good at the arts, maybe like music, crafting, sculpting, engineering, acting, playing any type of instrument, singing, songwriting, poetry, all those things. You can be somebody who is very, very talented, okay? And that is a rare gift. Somebody who has rare gifts, whether through the arts or some other form of talent. I'm getting talent specifically, not skill. This is something you were born with. People can notice this about you. People think you're going somewhere, pile 1. Like, you could be a person who really came from nothing. You can be a person who had humble beginnings. People say you have humble beginnings, or they can see you in a place where maybe you're not. Now I'm getting starving artists. You know, some people, when they are very talented, a lot of very talented people start from the bottom. You know, not everybody can afford to go to some fancy music school or some school for the gifted and things of that nature. They have very humble beginnings. They have, limited means, limited resources. So this is something that people say about you, but they also notice that you are going places. So people believe in you, pile 1. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I'm hearing, because someone can notice that maybe you feel as though whatever it is that's happening in your life or what has happened up to this point has hindered you. You feel like maybe this is as good as it gets. I'm never going to be where I truly want to be. I'm never going to be at the top. But other people feel as though you have a much brighter path than you give yourself credit for. Okay, so that's kind of nice. You could also have been experiencing homelessness recently, or the loss of someone. Okay, I don't know if this is grieving the loss of a person, or grieving the loss of a home. Okay, like you can maybe be someone who doesn't have stability, and people see this about you as well. Someone who, again, very intuitive, very inclined. You are destined for a greater path. Like, people see this and they say this about you, but I almost feel like, Power One, you don't feel this about yourself. It almost feels like people are saying, like, I'm trying to hear this conversation. I can see two people talking, but they're talking very low, almost as if maybe you're in the next room. Okay, so this could be parents or family, or even friends that are, you know, I feel like these people are worried about you, Power One. They're worried that you do not see your worth. And they're worried that that sort of mindset, and maybe even depression for some of you, is what's getting in your way, because you don't believe in yourself. But these are people who are trying to, I almost see these people like they're trying to figure out how to boost yours, you know, how to like help you out. Like, how can we help Power One, you know, succeed? How can we support them? You know, maybe there's something we can do. I don't know if this is them like starting some sort of program or whatever. It's like there's a strong sense of community here behind you, but they're trying to do it without offending you as well, because people feel like you're a little stern, you're a little stoic. You could possibly feel like, like you don't want, like you don't want help from others. That's a trauma response, loves. I know it all too well. That is a trauma response. To be the, I don't need anybody's help, I won't ask for anybody's help, and just struggle through everything. And that stems from childhood. You know, you were probably often neglected. Your feelings were not made to be important. Your needs were not met. And so you just learned that, you know, connections were unreliable. And so you just stopped asking for help. You stopped seeking help. Okay. And so these people who desperately want to help you, who desperately want you to see what you're truly worth, are struggling because they want to get like some resources or some people involved. That you see, you're closed off, but they're afraid how you might respond to this. Like, you might feel offended, like, why would you go out your way? Yeah, these people are really trying to help you build something here. They're really trying to help you set up a foundation. Listen, foundations traditionally are built with 4 pillars, right? That's a sturdy foundation. So, or at least 3, right? If we're talking about like a pyramid, 3 to 4. So why do you feel like you can stand alone? You know, like, I get it. We all, independence is important, but there's this hyper independence about you that's actually making things slow down or even regress for you rather than progress. And you should be progressing. It's very evident that you have abilities, that you have talent, that you have gifts, that you're a good person, that you deserve more than what they see, what you have. You know, and maybe you have enough and you're grateful for that. Always be grateful for where you are. But you could have so much more if you didn't have this mindset of going at it alone, not having anyone around you, or not needing anyone around you. Okay. People can see that you're very hard on yourself, Power, and you may harbor a lot of regret and resentment for decisions you've made in the past. You may be repressing very sad times in your life, repressing very deep wounded traumas as well. Like, and it's not that you haven't actively tried to heal this, but you've only done it alone. And it's like, you need to do it with support. And I feel very clear that these people want to support you, but they want to do it at your pace, and they want to do it without offending you or losing you in the process. Because it does seem to me, Pile 1, that you're somebody who cuts people off very frequently and quite easily. And this is the thing that people are seeing. Like, I don't want to be another person cut off from Pile 1's life, you know, because I feel that when you're cutting people off, it's a trauma response, like I said, to feeling that connections are unreliable, or they require too much and they don't provide enough. And these people don't want to be severed from you. They care about you. These people care about you. I don't know if these are, again, could be family, could be your love interest, could be friends. They're people who know you, though. There are people who have gotten to know you, who know a little bit of your story, and they want to help. They want to help, and they want to be here for you. Yeah, you're a hard ass, Pile 1. I don't know what's your story, but you are a hard ass, okay? You're very discerning as well, though. So I want to say, don't feel like who you have let go of, or people that you have distanced yourself from, don't feel punished for that. Like, you know, and don't punish yourself for that, because in a lot of cases you were probably right to do so. However, Spirit is advising you that you discern not only for the negative things, but also for the positive things. Recognize when people are being genuine. Recognize when people are helping you, because I feel, Pile 1, that your one of your flaws here, and again, this is trauma, that this can be fixed, I feel like, but one of your flaws here is that you think everybody is your enemy. It's almost like you expect everyone to fail you at some point. You expect everyone to end up crossing you, betraying you, saying something bad about you, you know, doing something bad to you, taking from you, needing something, overstepping their boundaries, because you have one of those hearts that's been broken many more times than it's been loved. And so you almost don't know how to let people love you. You know, you almost can't recognize it when it's looking at you. You know, it feels like a setup. Like, it feels like a setup when somebody's trying to care for you. So your advice is to, you know, take your time to discern, still stand on your morale and what you feel is right, but understand that there are people who are rooting for you, Pile 1. They're not, these people specifically that I'm seeing in this spread, they're not against you. They really want to help you, and they wish that you would open up just a little bit. Let them in, let them do things. Let people do things for you, Pile 1. Let people help you, okay? All right. That was nice and sad, and I'm mixed emotions about that. Okay. Pile 2. Give me 1 second to clean this up. Pile 2. If you chose Lost Lands, very beautiful imagery. Aquatic, it looks very aquatic to me. You can be a water sign watching this. Also, for the first Pile 1, I didn't tell them, but they gave fire sign energy. The creative water. This is giving more emotional energy to me. Some of you, Pile 2, definitely have had more than one life here, okay? This is not your first rodeo. And you can remember bits and pieces of your last life, or you can catch yourself like drifting off in imagination and realizing that. All right. What do people say about you, Pile 2? You're a dreamer. People also say that you have a very old soul. That, again, goes into the, you've probably been here before. You can also be an older person watching. Somebody, when I say older, I just mean grown, like 35 plus, I want to say. I think at 30, you're pretty grown, but you know, most people got it together by 35. And if you don't feel bad, all right? To each their own journey. How to, what do people say about this old soul? You're an old soul. You're a hoot. Some people think you're funny, even if it's by accident. You make people laugh, okay? People think that you have a lot more than you let on going on, Pautu. That could be part of the wisdom that, you know, I think that comes with old soul as well. I'm getting an older person, but again, it just could be that your soul has been here a few times. It's not your first rodeo. So you naturally have this understanding, this wisdom, this keenness. Like, people want to hear what you say. You're that person that people look forward to listening to at the party. They look forward to listening to what you have to say at work. You know, even if it's small, it's like people are waiting for Pautu to open their mouth. Like, what is he thinking? What is she thinking? Like, what? I want to know what they think about this, you know? I think that people are really pleased with your energy, Pautu. You bring a sort of calm, you know, like you're that person that people could be like having a rough day, or they could be around people that's like, ugh, this is so annoying. Like, when is this meeting over? And then you walk in and they're like, yes, Pautu's here. I want to sit right next to Pautu. Like, all right, you come here. You know, like, this is like, this could be in the workplace for some of you. I feel like you brighten up the workplace, you know, if this applies, you know, only take what resonates, y'all. Throw out the rest for somebody else. But this is like people who genuinely, they get excited to see you. Someone in particular thinks about you a lot, but you do seem like an asset to this community of people, okay? Like friends, family, colleagues. Colleagues big for a lot of people. I think this is in the workplace. You just bring it's just so pleasant, you know? It's very light-hearted energy that you bring, but also like wise. You know, it almost feels like the fun grandparent. And I'm not saying that you're a grandparent. Maybe some of you are, but that's what it feels like. You know how like kids love to go to grandma's house because it's grandma's house. Like, everything is lit here. She always has the best food. She's always going to give me what I'm asking for. She's going to make me laugh. She's going to pass me that little $20. Like, go get yourself something nice. You know, it's like you give this old but like fulfilling energy to people, to these people. Do you even know this? I don't know that you know this about yourself. Like, I think because it's so second nature to you to just be this, you might not even realize that you're doing this for people, that you're literally like a breath of fresh air. You're a gift to people when you come. Stability, harmony, and flow. That harmony, I feel it. It's like you got your shit together. You know, you've been around the block. You've learned a few things, but it's like it didn't harden you. You know, it made you softer, fluffier. I don't know what I want to say, fluffier, lighter. Like, you're huggable. That's what it is. Maybe that's the fluffy part. You feel very huggable. Like, you're a person that people want to hug, or, you know, you hug people when they are going through just the worst kinds of things. I feel like you bring this light to them. You bring like a light to them. Okay. There's also like, you have this essence, now, Pal 1 had something similar with this as far as being detached. You have this essence where, like, if you decide that you don't want to deal with somebody anymore, or you detach yourself, or they don't see you for a long time, even if it's not nothing, people feel this. And they are like, they worry. Like, Pal 1 had that. People were scared to, like, be cut off by Pal 1. They didn't want to lose access to Pal 1, you know? But it was in a different context, I think. But for you, Pautu, it's like when you leave the room, all the light goes with you. You know, it goes back to like regular scheduled programming. It's like, okay, yeah, we're back to doing whatever we were doing. You really, really light up the room. You really are a gift to people. Also, people, like I said, they feel like you got your shit together. They say, like, I just know Pal 2 is a rich bitch for real. Like what? Like even if you don't flaunt it, there's an energy about you that feels very expensive, very like you got it. I don't know if this is, it could be because like you bring people things, you know, you're very not generous. What is it? Considerate, Pal 2. Like you're the person who hears somebody say, "Oh my God, I love that teacup set. Like I wish I could buy that." And like, you know, you're just hanging out with them, and then when they're not looking, or you go back the next day and you buy them the teacup set. Because you know that this person was going through a lot and they couldn't get the teacup set, but you've seen how much they may have wanted it. And even if they made it small, right? Like they just said it in passing for like 30 seconds. Like, man, I wanted that so bad so I can like hook up, you know, I wanted to drink my little tea and that. Or even if it's something simpler, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like you're that person who brings the donuts to work, or you bring the coffee for everyone, or, you know, there's something here. Like you, I don't know. It's like somebody gets a promotion and you bring them flowers because congratulations, you deserve that. You know, it's something very considerate about you. It doesn't have to be gift giving, but I'm getting it like that. And it's like, it's not phony. It's not like with the intention to want something back. It's genuine and from your heart, and people know this about you. And people like, they really want to be connected to you, Pal 2. I love your energy. Like I really love this energy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're that person who brings calm to really bad situations. Like, I think you're the mediator for a lot of things when people are beefing. Yeah, King of Cups at the bottom. You have this compassion to you, but still this, like, again, it's what I was saying in the beginning. It's like this wise old soul. It's like you got to figure it out. You know, this might very well be, Pal 2, on the deepest spiritual level, this might be your last life here. This might be I think you've got it. Like, you know, this energy gives like, you got it. Like, you get it. This is it. Like, you know, after this, you're going to be somebody's like fire ass guardian angel, you know, or some deity or something. Because this is like, you really have a true balance to yourself. That's very, like, people are very aware of this. And it's, again, they look to you. It's like, you can be a leader as well. Just naturally, but in the workplace, in a school setting, and whatever, it's like you're the leader of the pack for sure. You're the elder in the pack. Like, you know, elders, you know, in churches, the elders are like respected because they have age. They've been doing this, you know, it is what it is. So it's like, it's something like that. You don't get caught up in a lot of the bullshit. It's like the drama comes to you and immediately you can tame it, you know, like you can almost tame the environment. Like, okay, all right, everybody take it easy. Let's hear what's happening, what happened here, and what happened, and how did we get here, and how do we resolve this? And it's like right back to harmony. You know how to make it work. You literally, I'm trying to pick these cards up. You know how to make it work. Like 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. You know, anytime that there is some sort of chaos, some discrepancy, some disagreement, there you are, mediating, resolving, creating solutions. And people are like, yeah, Pal 2, actually, yeah, that's great. You're right. That's exactly what we need to do. I love this for you. Okay. Your advice is to, you know, keep up the good work, but also protect your energy, which I don't think I have to tell you that, because as wise and old soul as you are, I think you pretty much know, you know, there's always going to be like a bad egg, you know, somewhere in the background, someone who can't get along, someone who doesn't or refuses to conform. Don't let them bring you down. I think you know how to protect your energy, but your advice is that, you know, and if this is about money in any way, because I feel like people are saying things about your finances and they assume that you have a lot. They assume that you are like, you rolling in the dough type shit. So I think definitely guard that with this energy. Like, Nobody needs to know how much money you're making. Nobody needs to know how many assets you have or the properties you own. There's something like that, something about protecting like your stability. Because the reason that you're able to give so abundantly to people is because you know how to maintain your, you guys could be people with financial freedom. But you don't need to tell everybody that. Let them speculate, let them whatever, because I do feel like people like, this bitch is getting money. This is rich auntie. This is rich uncle. Like, something's going on, right? All right, pal 2, that was nice. I'm moving on. This bitch is getting money. Yeah, for real. Okay. Let's see. Pal 3. Hey. Pal 3. Oh my God. Hold on. Okay. If you chose empathic starseed, Pal 3. Pal 3. What are people saying about you? Pal 3. You guys can be an air sign, okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I like that almost every pal did have a different element to it. Like pal 1 was fire, pal 2 felt water energy, and pal 3 is air. Again, you don't have to be these signs, but the energies, I like that they were all different, okay? So energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So pal 3 right off the back, this can definitely be something that you are working on, because change fell out, is trying not to overly embrace other people's problems. This could be something that people see about you as well, like very opposite of pal 2. Like pal 2 had the wisdom to take on things and resolve them and sort of whatever. You're that person that if somebody's crying, you crying with them. If somebody's angry, now you angry. If somebody, like, you soak up energies that are not particularly yours, and maybe you struggle to release them, or you struggle to identify what's your problem versus what's somebody else's problem. You understand? But I do feel like that is changing for you. What do people say about pal 2? They could think that you're a little privileged. They could feel like you're sort of a princess as well. Oh, some of you, this is very specific. So for someone, so don't take it if it doesn't resonate, because I'm getting this for like one person. People can say that you're in a domestic violence relationship. That's for somebody, and if you are, I'm praying that you soon release yourself from that. And domestic violence, I say all the time, does not have to be physical, but it does not mean that it is any less horrible. You understand? But people can think that there's something about like princess treatment here that I'm hearing. Princess treatment, but it's like at a cost. It's like, oh, you have this pretty little pampered life, except behind closed doors, I know that man is not good to you. I know that woman is not good to you. Take it how it resonates. I'm speaking from a feminist perspective because I'm a woman. But it's like that, like at what cost? It's like, oh yeah, shorty got a Wraith, but she be crying in that Wraith though. Like, like, I don't know what this is. It's like, and we see it all the time, unfortunately, like, pal 3, people are like, I think people feel sorry for you, but people also kind of like are jealous and gossipy about you as well. This is becoming my least favorite pal, but it is what it is. It's like people see you as someone who is like imprisoned, even though you look luxe, you look, you have a lot of money, you have the car, the clothes, the money, and it looks out on the outside like maybe you have the American dream, right? You might have the perfect little family, your kids and your husband and the dog and the white picket fence, but it's like, this man's not good to you. You're fucking slaving in that house. You're miserable. Like, you get talked to like shit behind closed doors. this is what people are saying about you. It doesn't have to be true, but it's like what people assume for some reason here. This can be a friend group. This could also be, this could also be like family members or like in-laws. In-laws can be saying this about you. Like your husband or your wife's family can be saying this about you. Your partners, you know, if you're not married. It's like they can see that everything that you have comes at a price. And it's a price like much more valuable than money. You know, it's like your dignity, your freedom, your integrity is like what you're paying in order to keep up this front or this facade of a lifestyle. Oh, they also say that the person you're with is not good for you. So whoever you're dating, if you're dating someone, if you're living with someone, if you're married, if you have kids with whoever, this person's not good for you. They don't like, no one likes this person. They don't feel like this is a good match. They don't feel like they're sincere or like they're deserving of you. Okay, like you could do better. You could do better is what I'm hearing. Oh my gosh. It's like it's 50-50 your energy, pile 3. There's like people who are concerned genuinely and worried about this, and other people who are just like talking shit about it because again they're jealous, and it's like that's what that bitch get. That, you know, it's like they almost are happy to gossip about this, like, but it's because they're hateful, like they're jealous of the things that you have. But my thing is, if you know that somebody is going through all of this behind the scenes, why would you be jealous of that? Like you're jealous of what? Because they have nice clothes, they look good, they got the car, or whatever's happening, or maybe your man or your girl look good as fuck. So it's like you're jealous of those things, but why? If you claim you know that it's at a price. This is what I be talking about with weird ass energies, like, and the destiny swap and shit that it really boils down to is because it's like you cursing somebody but praising them at the same time is weird. And I don't know. But it's 50-50. For sure, there's like people who have genuine concern, and there's other people who are just like, fuck that bitch, you know? It's bad. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like, these are people too who be around you. It could be family, I'm telling you. And look at the cards. I can't make up all the shit I just said. Control tactics with family and home, you know? This can be like the people are seeing that your home is very broken, or, you know, no matter what you put on the forefront. Also, these are people who talk shit about this. They're like, and they want to control the narrative so bad because they can't fathom that you got all that stuff, that you have this good ass life at no cost. It's like this is a miserable bunch. Like they can't fathom that you can have all these things without having to go through hell for it, you know? You know your life better than me. But again, this is just what people are saying. It doesn't have to be true. And if it is true, then that means that it's visible, you know? Sometimes people think they're hiding something well and they're not. So take it how it resonates. You could be separating from these people. But what they say is this too. Oh, about to strike a nerve. About 3. Sorry. It's like, oh, she's, I don't know. I keep saying she. Again, I'm speaking from a feminine perspective, but it could really be a woman. It's like, oh, she's so quick to cut everybody off or not fuck with nobody no more, but she keep fucking with that nigga though. She won't cut him off, no matter how grimy he do her. Like, no matter how, you know what I mean? No matter how many kids he has on her, no matter how many times he sleeps around, no matter how, child, my God. You could be isolating yourself from a lot of people, and it's going to take time for you to, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Like, about this, you know. Let's see. Moving, you could be moving, leaving, changing jobs, etc. You don't want to, but I feel like you may have to, because it's just not worth staying in your position. For others of you, you could be leaving that relationship if it's anything like what these people are saying it is. And I would advise you, if what people are saying is true, I would advise you to leave. Spirit advises you to leave. But if it's not that, you could be physically leaving this group of people, this work setting, this whatever. You could be moving on. Especially if you're somebody who's privileged, you don't have to be there. You don't have to stay. You have the means to travel, to go on, you know, to pay for a trip. You could, some of you could just be paying for a little getaway, right? A little vacation or something. Nice and alone too, just so you can reset. Maybe you, listen, I've taken vacations alone before, and they were the most healing, freeing, comfortable, peaceful fucking things I've ever done with my life. I can't wait to be able to do that again, to be wholeheartedly. Like, I love to just get away for a few days by myself. Doesn't have to be very long. 3-4 days, I'm gone. Even a weekend, gone. Like, no phone, no fucking kid, nobody, just me and God. You understand? Very cleansing. And I feel like that could be what somebody's doing here. Maybe just like, I'm going away for a few days, I'll be back. And you go and you have a good cry. You have a spa day. You sleep all day. You get your room service. You do whatever it is. Go out in nature, get the jacuzzi. You treat yourself like the pampered prince or princess that you are, unbothered. I guarantee you it is life-changing. It is so cleansing to the soul. It's so good. I would advise, okay? I would definitely advise that. Okay, and trust your process. Yeah, take time to reflect. You need time alone to reflect. I think, Pal 3, your advice is you need to get away from it all. From the people talking shit, from the family dynamic, from home, from kids, from whatever. Especially, again, if you have the resources, which I feel like a lot of you do, you have the privilege to just, here, can you pay this? And I'm out. And take that time, you know, to reflect. Like I said, have a good cry, sleep, something. But you got to get away, and so that you can process what's actually happening. All right. Because I think too that you're one of those people that I mentioned before I started the readings, that you really care about what people have to say. You care about what people think of you. Whether you want to admit that or not, I think you do. You're very concerned with how people perceive you. And you need to let go of that. So this is going to help you do that by cleansing and, you know, taking time to yourself to meditate and become one with yourself. All right. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Love, light, and abundance.